Hi everybody. We were supposed to have an Instagram live today with Fertility Solutions, and apparently the connection is very bad because of the storm in Cape Town. So instead we decided to do a video and put it on Instagram for you guys, and then later do an Insta live when everything is a little bit more settled. So I will just be communicating a little bit of our fertility journey and how Sofitt Nutrition developed from our infertility journey. So back in 2014, me and my husband got married, and we had a typical plan of waiting for 2 years to start with a family, and then, you know, as we are typical planners, both of us, this was our plan. And yes, after a year I went to the gynecologist just for a checkup, the normal pap smear, testing my hormones. I even asked for vitamin D levels. As I am a dietitian, I know one is prone for low vitamin D levels, and everything came back normal. She took me off the contraceptives and we were good to go. And then after a year we still haven't felt pregnant, and we went back to the gynae. She also then did the examination, sent me for some blood tests, everything, and to see if I'm ovulating, and everything came back normal. My husband also went for sperm analysis, and everything was perfect there. So then, you know, it was very difficult to understand, and then yeah, she put me on a 3 months course of Clamid with gonadotropins, which is injectable hormones to stimulate ovulation. And she said, well, after 3 months she's positive we will be pregnant. Well, that didn't happen, which is really a roller coaster, because when I look back, I don't know if you can relate, but you know, when you start a journey, you're actually very arrogant because you think that this is just a quick fix, and we weren't mentally prepared and emotionally prepared for this. But after 3 months, not falling pregnant, another curveball came our way, and we decided to immigrate. Yeah, so that was also a very difficult decision to make, because now we must leave the treatment behind and leave our families and everything, and follow this journey. But what gave me peace of mind was I did a lot of research in regards to the Netherlands and fertility, and fertility treatment was included in their basic insurance this side, health insurance. So that gave me peace of mind, and I saw a purpose in moving. So yes, in 2018 December we moved to the Netherlands, and I brought my medical files with, ready to go. I thought I'm just gonna pick up where I left. Surprise, surprise. The doctors wanted to do everything from scratch. So the system here is a little bit different. You have to go to the GP, they refer you to a specialist, and then we continue with the process. So I only got registered at the GP for in April 2019, and then I got my first appointment about 2 or 3 months later with a fertility specialist, which is very frustrating because, you know, time is not on your side, and if you miss 1 month, then it continues to the next month with your cycle. So eventually we saw the fertility specialist. I went for all the tests again, and my husband as well, for sperm analysis. All my hormones came back normal. I was ovulating. Everything was fine. And then she sent me for some to see if my tubes were blocked, and the one tube was blocked. So but they said that wasn't a problem at all, because they compensate for each other, and yes, so they just continued with the treatment. They didn't see the reason to fix that at that stage. So then the doctor decided to start us on IUI, and we did do 4 IUIs, which was with hormone injections. You know, injecting every night. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people who can relate to that. It's very emotional. You go week by week, you know, thinking this week is injections, next week they test all the follicles, and then you go, you have your 2-week wait and everything. So it's a really emotional roller coaster, and finding out you went through everything just to get a negative pregnancy test. So we went for 4 of those, and then the doctor said if we did 4 to 6, we can continue to IVF. So on the 4th failed attempt, we decided to go on IVF, which was wonderful news for us. And yes, then COVID struck, and they didn't take any new patients in. So we were on hold for another about 3 to 4 months before they started treatments again with IVF. Then after that, I think in August last year, yes, we went for our first IVF, and by the grace of God, I fell pregnant the first time via the method ICSI. And I'm getting another chat here. Let me just decline, sorry. Yes, so yes, we had in total 17 eggs, which I split, and they used IVF as one method to be fertilized and ICSI as the other method. So none of the IVF methods worked, but ICSI did, which was very strange for me, because usually they use ICSI as when there's a male infertility factor. And so I just started to question as well, you know, is it my egg quality that's something wrong, or what's going on? So I would really like some input from medical doctors as well, because I didn't get clear answers on this side. But through this journey, I developed a big interest for fertility and nutrition. As a dietitian, I obviously have this passion for nutrition, and I know how vital good nutrition plays in the body. But I just started digging deeper, and because this is now my own journey as well, so I need to make sure I can control the things that is controllable. So the things you can control is your lifestyle, things like smoking, alcohol use, caffeine use, you know, not using plastic, changing it with glass instead. So I did all those things, and obviously supplementation. So I did a lot of research and reading up and taking courses on fertility and nutrition. And I ended up buying about seven types of supplements, taking about 2 to 3 of each every day. So about 10 to 12 pills, because remember, dosage is very important. It doesn't mean, you know, if you take 1 pill, that's the amount or the therapeutic dosage that one have to take. So that was really frustrating, especially if the fertility journey is a long journey. It's not just 1 month of pills. And so that gave me the idea of why not putting all these ingredients into one delicious shake and having it in the morning, because the dosage can't be filled in 1 capsule. It doesn't fit physically in. So that's where Soffit Nutrition started. I decided to develop this country and help other women which battle with the same problem as I, and just make life a little bit easier for them, you know, as you know, all these medications every day, and on top of that, it's so expensive. You know, fertility is already, or IVF and the whole fertility journey is already a very costly procedure to go through, and now to add that burden onto it as well is very stressful. So I wanted to make it easier and give an alternative to women who don't want to take all that supplements, and also wants to pay less every month. And who doesn't want to do that and save a bit of money? So I developed a shake with the name Advanced Fertility Support. We launched about a month and a half ago, which I'm very excited for. I had some lovely ladies who ordered already and had some great feedback. But just to give a background about the shake, it is a milky type of shake, which is a very nice berry flavor. It doesn't contain any artificial sweetness and flavors. There's no added soy as well, you know, because there's a lot of controversies on soy. And it contains 12 grams of protein, which classifies it as a high protein shake, and there's no sugars added. So the sugars you see on the label is actually from the milk, not from added sugars or sucrose. So that's a very nice shake to have. It's low in calories. You can have it as a breakfast or just a light snack. You can mix it in with a smoothie, which is also delicious, just for some nice alternatives. And then just to dig a little bit deeper when you come to the supplementation side, so all the supplements is focused on egg quality. So everybody needs a good egg to be fertilized and able to get pregnant, whether you are a PCOS patient, you have endometriosis, if you're just trying to conceive naturally, if you have insulin resistance, this shake covers all the bases there. Everybody needs good egg quality. Yeah, so just to pin a little bit on the egg, you know, eggs, or the oocyte, that's the medical name, is the biggest cell in the body. So it requires a lot of energy, a lot of nutrients, and that's why, you know, dosages are so important. And you know, there's a lot of focus being put on the number of eggs, but not so much on the quality of eggs, because the number of eggs is very easy to measure, but the quality of eggs can't be measured. But what we know from research is that your egg quality decline with age, and it's also possible that you know, low quality egg can get fertilized and then end up in a miscarriage or have DNA abnormalities. So it's very important to look into your egg qualities. But luckily, you know, there can be some things done to improve your egg quality, as supplementation, diet, lifestyle, and everything I mentioned previously. You know, so to go back to the egg again, or the shake rather, we have this lovely shake that is milk-based, but the nutrients added in the shake is specifically added on optimal dosages. So, you know, just to name a few vital ingredients that is added there is it contains a complete prenatal vitamin and mineral with optimized fertility levels. Some vitamins that I can just highlight a little bit is 500 micrograms of folate, active folate, which we call MTHF. It's a very nicely absorbable form of folic acid. And then it also contains 200 micrograms of vitamin E, which is very important for implantation, because it thickens the lining of the endometrium. And then it also contains 25 micrograms of vitamin D. There's a lot of women whose vitamin D levels aren't optimized, as you know, we live in a sunny country in South Africa, not in the Netherlands. You tend to think your vitamin D levels are optimized, but there's a lot of studies that shows that's actually not the case, that you need supplementation. Yeah, and then a lot of other vitamins and minerals like zinc, selenium, iron, and so forth. And then looking into all the very active ingredients. It contains myo-inositol, and myo-inositol plays a vital role in cell signaling. It also helps to restore ovulation, and the studies also showing that it does improve egg quality. Myo-inositol is very important in PCOS patients and insulin-resistant patients, and studies have also shown that non-PCOS patients does benefit from myo-inositol. It also contains coenzyme Q10, which also showed to improve egg quality. Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant and plays a crucial role in energy production inside the mitochondria, which is also known as the powerhouse of the cell. And then it also contains alpha-lipoic acid, which improves egg quality. It increases glutathione levels. So glutathione is one of the most potent antioxidants that you can get in a cell. And it reduces inflammation and may even have a greater benefit for patients with endometriosis or recurrent miscarriages. So that's also excellent antioxidants to have. And then last but not least, it contains maca root. And maca root helps to regulate cycles, and it nourishes the endocrine system as it helps adrenal and thyroid and pituitary glands that regulate hormones. So it helps to stabilize your hormones basically. So all these ingredients are added in optimal dosages in one serving. And one serving is 30 grams with your milky base and with all these prenatal vitamins and minerals. So you don't need an additional prenatal vitamin to that. It already includes everything. Yes, so that is in a nutshell what advanced fertility support is about. Just to conclude, it is for anyone who tries to conceive, PCOS patient, endometriosis, and insulin-resistant patients. And remember, it takes about 90 days for an egg to, how can I put this, reformulate. And so remember, it's not a quick fix. You need to take it over a period of time, so at least for 90 days, and in combination with your diet, with medical treatment and lifestyle changes as well. So this is a very good start, and I hope you have found this video beneficial, and let us know if you have any questions. The product is available on my website at www.soffit.co.za, and also on Fertility Solutions' website. And we do online delivery, online orders and delivery. And yes, please let us know if you have any questions. Have a lovely evening. Cheers.